Good afternoon. My name is Kendall Riley, and I'm going to talk about the 5 steps of how to relieve yourself from debt. The average U.S. household carries $15,000 in credit card debt alone, and another $130,000 in average total debt. The average household is paying a total of $6,658 in interest per year. This is 9% of the average amount of the household income in the United States, $75,000 being spent on interest alone. The cost of debt is extremely high and can make getting out of debt seem like an unreachable dream. As a banker, I hear many questions about how people can remove themselves from debt. Many bring up the concern of affording everyday living expenses and unforeseen expenses. Something we must remember is that getting into debt is easy, but getting out is never. Although it is tough and takes time, these 5 steps will help you achieve the ultimate dream of becoming debt-free. Step 1. Stop borrowing money. This may seem like common sense. However, many people become trapped into borrowing money. Purchasing things on credit can become normal and build up over a short period of time. When trying to get out of debt, consider doing things like cutting up credit cards or freezing your personal line of credits. This will help you avoid buying things you can't really afford. A golden rule is if you can't buy it in cash, don't buy it at all. Step 2. Create an emergency fund. When you're hit with something that you can't afford in cash, it is crucial to have an emergency fund set up. Credit cards are not designed for use for emergencies. As Howard Orkin, a founder of Consolidated Credit, says, it's like using a hammer to do a screwdriver's work. Something's going to be broken, and in this case, it's the consumer's finances. Having high credit card balances is costly to you and your credit score. Most credit card companies report every 30 days, and if the high balance remains, this can be harmful to you and your credit score. This can also make paying off debt more costly and can affect your day-to-day living expenses. Step 3. Establish a budget and stick to it. You've heard it all your life, and now that you're head over heels in debt, it makes so much sense. This is the foundation for getting and staying out of debt. Creating a budget is the easy part. Sticking to it is where the problem comes in. More people than ever in the U.S. are spending money on dining out than buying groceries. It's not a very shocking statistic. Generations are changing, and dining out is easier, faster, and more expensive than ever. After spending money on drinks and food and a tip, the average meal can turn into so much more, especially when these meals are being paid for with credit. Step 4. Get organized. Start by creating a list of all your debt, starting from the lowest balances to the highest. When you begin paying off your debt, being able to cross off items on the list is very rewarding and motivational to continue. Step 5. Apply all excess money to your debt or attack your debt. After you have followed all of the prior steps, you should be at a point where you're finding extra money in your pocket. Take all of your leftover money and put it towards the debt, starting from the lowest, as stated in the step above, and moving up to the first. When you follow these 5 steps, stop borrowing money, create an emergency budget, establish a budget and stick to it, get organized, and apply all excess money to debt, you'll find that it's easier than you think to get out of it.